You want to pick it up a bit?
Yeah. Yeah, it's time to turn it down.
Huh?
Turn it down. I've actually spent too long on the intro.
So you're doing it again.
Sorry.
Getting me in trouble. Namaste. I'm Shanti. Well, what can I say? I mean, I find a lot of things in materialism that is too much, you know? So, what I like to do, I would like to tell you a little story. It's about an old priest, pagan priest, and he had his young charge with him. And he said to the young charge, well, what would you like if you could have anything you wanted? What would you like? So he said, well, I'd like a horse, and I'd like a house of my own, and a beautiful wife. The old priest looked at him and he thought for a minute. And as they passed the river, he grabbed the young boy by the back of the neck and plunged his head under the torrents of water and held him there. He pulled the young boy's head up and he was blue in the face and he was gasping for air and spluttering all over the place. And the old priest turned and said, well, tell me, what was your thoughts? He said, I wanted to live. I wanted to breathe. He said, you wanted to breathe. What about the house, the beautiful wife, the horse? The young charge learned a valuable lesson that day. People tend to get their values muddled, which I find is rather sad. We learn, and sometimes nature's way and life's way of teaching us is brutal, to say the least. And we just have to progress and draw closer to Spirit. The Spirit entities won't do a thing unless you ask them. I tell you that now. But I have an important message. Thank you, Lynn. And Lynn's house just reminded me that don't strive so hard. Spirit is always there with you, always. If you have a problem, take it to the masters. Surrender yourself to the masters. That is a better word. Say, look, I've got this problem. I belong to you. You look after me. So the problem, will you deal with it? And then forget it. You'll be surprised. Hello, what's happened here? You'll be surprised at the result of what happened. We've been told this when I've been channeling, by all accounts. I didn't know that. And it is a very fundamental thing. Also, the thing about partners, I mean, we see someone getting wedded today, big church wedding, white flowery dress, loads of people, flashing lights, music, everyone happy. 2 years down the road, more flashing lights, big divorce court. Why? Well, the problem lies in the two people not being aligned to each other. That both their sexual needs must be the same. But that isn't the important part, because that's only an expression. It's not the all in all, as so many people think.
Maybe, but it's still an important part of
Oh,
the
it is
relationship.
important, yes. You have one desire. You are on this earth to do one thing and one thing only. Besides learning, of course. And that's to what?
Reproduce.
Thank you. It's to reproduce. I don't care how you look at this. That is the desire that man has. It's such a driving desire. People have been killed for it. People have gone to war over it. People have fought with friends over it. So the two people must have complete trust, complete faith in each other. If there isn't that, there's nothing. Secondly, there's an old Christian maxim, Adrian, which states that those that pray together stay together.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah. And haven't we found this, even with people online, haven't we found this very true?
Yeah.
It is. So, this is an important factor. You can't own each other either. You are your own person, even though you're in a marriage, you love your partner dearly, but there are no bosses in a marriage. What is a marriage? A marriage is equally shared, is dovetailed. The man isn't the boss, the woman isn't the boss, you are equal. In the old days it used to be the woman stays in the kitchen, does the cooking, cleans the house and makes babies. Come on! Those days are all over, they're gone. We don't need that sort of attitude at all.
But look at the attitude we have now. Women are wanting more rights in the courts and all that crap. But yet in the court and the divorce, women have more rights than the men.
Yes, they have. I don't know about the States, but in England and here, women have 9/10 of the law. You may own the house. The man may own the house. But if it came to a divorce, the house would be automatically granted to the wife because it's what? A partnership. It's a dissolving of the partnership. And if there are any children involved as well, then the court will look sympathetically on the wife.
Unless you can prove she was having an affair or something
No,
like
that
that.
makes no difference.
It does, but
No, it does not. I know from experience.
there's, from what I understand of it, if you can prove she's been doing adultery, then she's the one who's effectively ended the marriage. So why should she get
Because she is the mother of children. And they're not going to have children suffer because of the stupidity of parents. And that's about the bottom line of it. So this is why women have 9/10 the law. But after saying that, it is one of the most abused laws, I think, in history.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there.
It is very much so. And why this big thing about marriage? This is the thing. Do you know the Christian church goes on about, oh, you've got to get married, the bride's got to be in white, and
You should only be, the bride should only be in white if she's a virgin.
it's got to be consecrated by God. Okay, fine. What about the Old Testament? You give the husband a couple of bullocks and you got your wife. If you want to get rid of her, you write a note of divorce, end of story. This is the Christian in their own Bible.
Fuck.
And yet they profess this marriage system. Marriage is not a thing. It is not a thing that's done in a church. It's a union. It's a partnership that agreed upon by two people. And they say, oh, they're not married. Of course they're married. Of course they're married. Because they're in partnership with the person. So I don't know what all this hassle is. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent here. I apologise.
You've 2 minutes and a half to say goodbye.
And Mona is over there saying I've got to say goodbye. Goodbye. Jesus Christ. Thank you for listening to me. Namaste. Om Shanti.